Welcome to Studio Chatter. Remember the old days of writing checks? Have you gotten used to writing 2025 yet?
I think I have.
I'm somewhere in the between. At work, we have to put in paperwork, and I'm always doing 2024 and catching myself. It just becomes habit. But I'm getting there. I like 25 better.
I do too.
25 is a better
year. We've
year.
talked about 24. We're going to leave that one behind.
We're
I'm
done with
happy
it.
to move on to 2025.
Oh, see, and I think last year for me was more like a easier year.
Okay.
I even wrote that in my journal. Like, I would look back at 2024 as maybe easy. And then I look at this year and I'm like, oh, whoa, this
Well, you can have a turn.
I was going to say, my last year, I was like, check, don't look back.
Yes,
Let's go.
Isn't it kind of fascinating that some years are like that? Like, and it is the whole year. There might even be like a really great thing that happened in that year, but because the rest of the year is so, you almost don't see that good thing.
Thank goodness for those good moments that keeps you going along. But yeah, I felt that this last year. So many miracles and moments of good, but just a really hard year. Like, I'm ready to check that one off and move on.
Well, should we talk about Natasha's bangs?
Let's do it.
Don't talk about my bangs.
Yes, let's talk about bangs.
Well, I
Oh my
mean, so talking about new, right? So yeah, 2024 was a bit rough for me. So I think that I sometimes go back to the word transition, but I think there's new things coming in this new year for me.
Really?
So, and maybe that starts with just bangs.
Yes.
Are there other things that you can share that you're looking at, or no? Or you're just feeling it?
I just think maybe it's a shift. Like, I feel like my personal progression, I guess, is in a newer place. The kids are moving on to newer things. So next year will be a new school. Like, we're really into the teenage years. Like, we're moving into maybe some transitions in sports. I mean, there's just a lot of newness, and I kind of love it. And for once, not for once, that sounds terrible, but I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
So I was channeling, I had a moment, I was kind of somewhere between Beth Dutton and Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm like, why not?
Why not?
You
Why
did
not?
it, and
Why
you
not?
pulled it off.
So I'm trying to pull it off.
I love it.
We'll see. So,
I was telling her
love that.
earlier that I had major calyx, so every time I had bangs, they'd just like
That's me
pull
too.
apart. It was horrible. The only time it ever worked is, remember in the 80s when we used to rat our hair, make it go
It kind of
spiked
helped.
over?
Yes.
It did help.
Because I have one here and one right here too.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's horrible,
this
right?
one,
Yeah.
I think, tries to kind of part on its own here also. So it
No,
might
it
have
looks great.
a mind of its own. But I remember with the side part too, our good friend Racheline told us that you should try and do a side part because it offsets your face somehow. I said, should I be trying a center part? I've always been uncomfortable with a center part. So I don't know.
Because of what you've been told?
Well, and not necessarily from her, just I think that's just where it has always been.
Okay.
And you know, sometimes you try and flip it even to the other side, and then
Oh,
you're
I
like,
cannot do
whoa,
that.
I cannot. That's
I've been
too
trying
much.
to do a side once in a while, and some days
like
it'll
it.
work, and other
It's-
times it'll like.
Oh, it
like
suits you
funny.
well. You always look fantastic.
And see, I have gone full back from center part to the side again. Isn't it funny?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's a comfort thing too. Like
Yeah.
maybe if that's what you're comfortable with, or you know, when we talk about like, I know Ange and I have talked about this before. Like even our side profile here, like we're jealous of you all the time because you get the center, and you always have the, you know, the
Like
the
you guys
best
don't
side.
even know
like-
that I'm wearing jeans and I really didn't have to get dressed up and they have to think of their side profile.
Well,
all
I was
these
on a
things.
soccer field, so I am in jeans today.
But we can't
No,
see
we can't
too
really
much.
see that. It's just that side profile that I have to hide sometimes.
Isn't it funny though that these are the things that like women think about?
Totally.
Yeah.
But
I had to share something really cute. You guys
Okay.
know how much I love Diet Coke. Well, it
Yes.
was my birthday this last month, and my coworker knows how much I love it, and her little sister her older sister, made her this little cute keychain that had cherries, and I was like, I love it. She showed up with this little Diet Coke one, and her sister hand beaded it. She just sits on the couch and beads, and it has been so cute. I put it on my purse.
I
and
love this.
It's kind of like an inspo for this year, right? Like everything glittering new, and I don't know.
You know, and I'm
Just made me
always,
happy.
I'm marveling at people that actually have talents like this, that just, you know, have an eye, or I'll go through Etsy sometimes and just, you know, be in wow of the things that people create and
It's
come
like
up with.
looking at our show ahead of us, like all these ideas of people, and they just start with like something like
something.
that, sitting on the couch, beating.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow.
so
That's
cool.
so cute.
Isn't it darling?
Yes, it
just
is
made me
darling.
happy.
How
I had to
was-
share it with you
how
guys.
And
your
happy
birthday?
late birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks,
I
guys.
don't think we even had a chance to. I didn't have a chance to see you in person.
No, I
so-
don't.
You guys
I think we
spoiled me
were
rotten.
all out
I
of
had
town
myself-
the weekend of your birthday.
I think
all three
so.
of us.
Yeah, you guys were out of town. My family, it was like I have 3 of my grandkids that have birthdays around that same time.
yes.
I share a day with one. So I just said, let's do it on another day. And then that day, Bo had to do a live stream Spanish test.
Oh goodness.
So we had to switch it. So now we're going to go to the Alpenglobes March 1st.
Oh,
for
so
my birthday.
fun! I love
You
that.
still haven't done it.
No.
And what did you say you're going to do?
Go to the Alpenglobes. So up at Midway Cafe Galleria, it's like a pizza
Oh,
place. And they
yes.
have those
The
little
big
globes.
globes.
Okay.
So
And the
fun.
whole family goes?
We're just doing adults.
Okay, that sounds
Doable.
Doable. I'm like, oh, that means you're going to be in different globes.
Yeah, no, I just felt like the adults needed time to just be together. So,
Okay.
yeah, it'll be fun.
And I literally haven't seen you since last year.
Isn't that crazy?
Since
Like,
Santa.
Yes.
yeah, pre-Christmas when I couldn't talk.
Okay,
That was
you couldn't
horrible.
talk, and then you went to Maui, and then I was at a drill, the preview, the state
Yeah.
preview, the last couple.
The last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute.
Busy.
It's
And-
It's like a little reunion.
I know, and hence that's why Angela Euler is so fantastic to have just right in our back pocket. 'Cause
Love her.
It seems like one of us often are gone.
Well, we're
That's
busy
true.
women.
We are.
Yeah, maybe
have
we
a lot
should
of-
calm
a lot of
down.
things going on, right?
We have a guest coming tonight. When I invited her, we'll talk about this, and she actually said, I don't know if I want to come on. I don't know if I want to grow my business. I'm like, that's legit. So this will be fun.
Yeah,
This
we have
will be
some really,
so many great
really,
people,
I can't
right?
wait.
Yes, some
Yeah.
fun
Can't
guests.
wait.
We have many wonderful guests to talk with. Let's get the chatter started. Our first guest works hard each day to help the world feel beautiful, one woman at a time. Let's welcome Darcy Wild, the co-owner and CEO of Shine Cosmetics, to the table.
Hello.
Welcome.
Happy to be here.
Darcy.
So fun.
Okay, I feel like I know this woman. My little sister is fortunate enough to be able to work with Darcy, but I've just heard so many grand things about her.
Oh, well,
like,
that's
for
really
forever.
nice. I'm going to have to pay her later.
Yes, you will, for sure, in lipstick. But anyway, Darcy, you're
Yes.
amazing. Tell us a
you're
little
so
bit
sweet.
about you and then about your connection to the company.
Me personally, I grew up wanting to be just a mom. I just wanted to be a mom. I was deep into that and realized that I was volunteering my life away and decided to do something for myself, threw myself back into the business world. And from that, I guess I should tell you a little bit. I have 3 kids. I have 4 grandkids. I'm like, I tell my friends, I'm no longer a boutique grandma. I'm like a full force grandma.
You are.
Right. And my youngest graduated from high school last year. So I am a new empty nester trying to navigate this new life that I have. But about 8 years, or actually about 10 and a half years ago, I had a couple friends invite me to go to lunch. And they had been alerted to the sexualized message that the beauty industry sends to women. And so they said, now that we know better, we want to do better. And so for 2.5 years, we met around a kitchen table, developed our products, developed our brand, what we wanted to put out to the world, and we launched Shine Cosmetics 8 years ago. We just celebrated our 8th birthday.
Congratulations.
So it's been super fun. We're really
Our
focused
8th
on-
birthday.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, in
Yes.
October. We're
It's
like, we're
a
the same
magic
age.
year.
Studio Shine.
The infancy and the growth, and here you are.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Congratulations. 8 years is it's a
8
lot,
years is
right?
good.
Yep.
Where is Shine?
So we are just right off of I-15 in Linden.
Oh.
Is our warehouse.
You can see the building.
It's the
Okay.
only building with a pink stripe on I-15.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
That's
know where
us.
that is now that you say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us, Natasha had recognized that you do donate to like the Miss America,
Miss Utah.
pageant.
Yes, we love to be involved wherever we can uplift women. And so if we have an opportunity to, I mean, Miss Utah is a perfect example, right? It's such a great organization for young women. And that's what's important to us is giving back to organizations and causes that are important to women.
I love it.
Yeah.
Pulling each other up.
Yep.
Okay, so do you guys have a question or should I jump into what they have?
Yeah, let's jump in.
Okay, so let me tell you one thing about all of our products. So because we wanted to focus on the things that make us truly beautiful, all of our products are named after power words. That's what we call them. They're little uplifting words. And we like to say, I say this all the time, the loudest voice you hear every day is your own. And especially as women, we're really good at comparing ourselves. We're really good at tearing ourselves down inside, right? And so our goal is to help you to change your morning routine to make that like sacred time where you focus on yourself. I always say, take a look in the mirror, say to yourself, I am beautiful. It's really uncomfortable at first, but as you get ready, we just encourage you to, like, I put my BB cream on this morning. The color I wear is empowered. So I think to myself, I'm empowered to come to Studio Chatter today, right?
To be on stage.
Yeah,
and
so
film.
we have a full line of makeup. Our most popular product is our BB cream. It's what we're really, like the staple we're known for. But we have all the things. Another thing that I like to say all the time is like, nobody needs makeup. We're all beautiful, but it's so much fun and it's a way to like reinvent yourself, feel a little more confident and stuff. And so that's what we're all about. I thought it'd be fun, since I'm here in February, to focus on our lip line. I don't know, you guys
yes.
like Valentine's and February
Sassy
and
lip.
like all the fun things.
They know that I
Like-
don't often wear a color.
You know
I'm
what?
more of
That's
a
okay.
nudie.
Yeah.
Today I did
like
a little bit.
Everybody
but not much.
has their thing, right? I am not a red lip girl, and I've had to like play with that a little bit, right? But I was just saying the best thing about makeup is you can wash it off. So like there's no harm. Just
So
like play.
pick a color
Okay,
that
so
you
what
would pick
I
for
actually
us.
think would be fun is for you guys to pick a color.
Oh.
And then I want you to look at the word, what it's named.
Okay.
Does that sound fun?
It is a good thing we have our readers.
Yes, it is.
Really, for
Gotta
real,
put
right
those
now.
on.
Yep.
You know I'm going to choose a neutral color, but
That's
maybe
okay.
I should
That's
try
okay.
and
Are
choose
you
something.
saying-
Okay, let me show you really quick. So
Okay.
these products, so our lip gloss is our number one lip product. It's not sticky. Everyone loves our lip gloss.
Right.
And then we also have, this is our lip velvet. It feels exactly like the name. It feels like velvet on your lips. It's a matte gloss. So it's not shiny. It's gonna feel a little like a lipstick, but I say it's even smoother than a lipstick. And then this is our Longwear. So this is like, if you're ready to commit, you know, I wear this in the morning, I'll put it on. If I'm going to church, date night, I
Kind of
love
like a
to do
stained.
it.
I
Her
think
daughter
that's-
wears,
yes,
her
that's
daughter
what I
wears
wear
this
for
to
competition.
compete for.
Oh, yeah, and that is just
yes, we have
stained.
dancers all over the state. All over the nation, actually, that wear this color on stage all the time.
I want to wear
It's
that
so
color, but
beautiful.
I can't. You
Yeah.
should put it on.
You can.
You can.
You can.
You can. And like, seriously, you just have to keep trying it. Even if it's like, put it on in
gonna
the
do
morning
it?
when you're
I
not
don't
going
know what
anywhere.
would go with me the rest of the show. Should
What
I
do
do
you
this?
think? What formula do you think you would like?
Well, a gloss.
Okay,
probably.
So maybe we switch.
So I'm
But
gonna
I
give
could
you.
do
I'll give
velvet.
you our most popular.
These
color.
are the ones I'm.
This is Goals. I don't know if any
yeah,
of you
that's me.
are social media people, but Tara Thewison, if you know who she is, this was a color we developed with her. This is our number one seller.
New
And it
Goals,
sounds like
that's
it's yours.
one that-
It's your
okay,
color.
that's what I
You
need to
grabbed
do.
my very favorite color in the lip velvet. I love
It's
this
called
one.
Marvel. But
Yes.
I find in my lip, like I don't love this color just looking at it, but this is what looks better on
It would
me,
look
so-
really pretty on
Okay.
you. For sure.
I think I'm also. These are the ones I'm
Grit
drawn
and
to
Jewel.
that I love. Yes.
So just looking at you quickly, you're coloring.
I feel like
Jewel.
I have this one maybe
Yes.
at home already.
In fact, I should have looked. This
What's
one
your name?
obviously is a favorite. It's
This one's
Gem.
Gem, and then this one's
Yes,
Goals.
Gem is going to be fun. It's going to
Do I
challenge
dare
you.
do
Do Gem.
that?
I
Okay.
should have brought some little wipes so you guys could try a few different colors.
Oh,
That
you
was
know
my
what?
bad.
Oh,
I
and we
also
need
like
yours.
grit.
Grit, grit is another one I would choose for you. It would be really
Okay.
pretty.
Well,
on you.
I'm doing great. Then,
Okay, so
right?
how do people buy it? Like, I know my little sister works there. Can people
Yeah.
just come into your store
So
and
you
purchase?
actually can come into our warehouse. We have a storefront up front. In the back, we're packaging orders and we're doing all the things back. Okay, see. Look how good that looks.
Angie!
That's beautiful.
Stop it. Look at your eyes. Look how pretty. Your eyes are popping.
I feel like
Can I use your
a
mirror?
little girl.
You can use my mirror.
So pretty. Look at that. It's so good.
Oh, I like
Did
that.
I put it
pretty
on
on
okay?
you.
I couldn't
Yes.
see without my glasses.
So
I
pretty.
know, and I already have lip gloss on, so should I kind of?
Dab, dab,
Doesn't
dab.
matter.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
And then
So-
do I put something like this over it?
So you can. I mean, you can create all kinds of new colors by mixing products. You can create different textures. So you said you were a glossy girl.
I am.
But you put on that bright color by adding that's going to mute out the hot pink a little bit, but give you the gloss effect that you really like.
Ooh.
That's pretty.
Now,
This is the
if you were
perfect
gonna
texture.
if you were gonna do a gloss
Oh
to just
my
go with
goodness,
it every day,
look at that.
This one is awesome.
What?
And I love it.
Okay, should I
this
just
is my
do it?
my granddaughter's favorite color. Like,
Should I put it on like this, or would you rather me
you
do
can
this?
put it on your lips. It's
Okay.
fine.
Oh, I didn't even ask. I just put it right
I
on my
love it
lip.
because it kind of has that holographic look to it.
Oh, that's pretty.
I feel like
So-
Jem.
you
Do
probably-
you remember Jem?
Yeah.
Holograph
Lipstick.
Jem?
Okay, what did you
Oh
pick?
my
Right?
God.
No,
What do you
Sherry,
think?
I did.
Oh, you
put-
did do
I,
it. Fun.
I put it over. Yes.
Okay,
But now
true.
that I
So
have it on
once
already,
in a
so
while?
yes, it's shined up
I
a
actually
bit. I
have
love
two.
it.
I have
sister
one,
pulls it
too.
off
Oh,
all the
I
time.
love it.
Do I need
totally
more
love
of that or not?
That's great.
It's so pretty.
Okay,
It's so pretty.
Wow, I just
How do
did
you
something
feel?
new.
And that color is so pretty on you.
Is it just too like basic, or is it fine?
No.
Well,
No,
compared
it's
to
beautiful.
Angie,
Do
it
you
may
feel
be-
beautiful? I mean, I think that's the message,
It
right?
is. It is
if you feel
100%.
if you feel
This is what
beautiful.
I say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. So if it makes you feel better, makes you feel confident, rock it. Right?
I know that you're going to find this hard to believe,
Yeah,
but
I like
we don't
it.
have a ton of time left.
Oh, I
and we
hate
could
this.
probably, play
Yes.
makeup.
We could play with color all day.
Yes. So storefront.
Yes, storefront. We're open Monday through Thursday,
Okay.
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. But most often our customers purchase us online.
Online, yep.
It's super easy. We have a chat box that you can pop up and we can color match you. You can send us a picture. Jenny is one of the girls behind the screen, color matching women. It's so fun.
Oh, that's a fun
We
job.
can, if you've got an event coming up and you're like, I really don't know what color I should get, you can send your picture and we can be like, oh, this will complement whatever. We're here to help you. We're not. It's not robots behind the screen. It's real women.
Okay.
Just think of us like your makeup besties.
I do receive text messages about fun promotions. So is there something fun coming up for Valentine's Day?
We are right in the middle of our lip sale.
Okay.
All of our lips are on sale right now, but I did create a special coupon code just for you guys. Yay! So you can use the code Studio Chatter for 15% off anytime
Awesome.
on our website.
So kind.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we love
thank
that.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
But you're so
Thank
close.
you.
Come in and see us. We
Yes.
we love, it's
Visitors.
just like a girl party all day long. So fun.
Well, thank you, Doris.
Thanks for
We
having me.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Yes,
so
you're the
much.
dearest.
As if teaching full-time isn't enough for some people, our next guest decided to add a baking business to her day. Let's welcome Bethany Chambers from Keep It Simple Sourdough to the chatter.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks
I'm
for being
so
here.
excited. This is just a new adventure that that I started.
You're embarking on.
I know, it's crazy.
How long have you been doing this?
So, not this last Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving
Okay.
after that, we were at our friend's house and my husband decided, or we had some sourdough, and he's like, I have to learn how to make this. And so it was all him. And I kind of like
Really?
rolled my eyes at him and I was like, seriously, another, because he likes to,
Okay.
he's a
an
starter
entrepreneur.
and he just likes to do different things
Okay.
and he just loves to, he's the cook in our family. So like he cooks 90% of the food. So I'm really lucky. And so he's like, I got to learn how to make this. So he took the class from Abigail's Oven.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
Yeah,
at like that Sofo Survival store.
Yeah,
And I don't know where that went, but he went there and he learned how to do it and he was 100% doing it. And I just kind of sat there like, this is ridiculous. I'll reap the benefits of it and eat the sourdough, but I'm not really going to do it. So we're a big baseball family. And so my boys play and we're always traveling and he was gone to Las Vegas, I think. And we had to make sourdough for a party or something. And he's like, Bethany, you got to do it. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Had
This
you
is
been
so-"
working with him?
No,
doing it? Oh my
I
goodness,
was just
so
kind
scary.
of watching and like,
Oh.
I do not know how to do this. I don't understand it. So he's FaceTiming me while explaining everything in the whole process. And I'm like, this isn't going to turn out and it's going to be the worst. And I made my first batch and I was hooked since. So
Really?
it was so fun. And I just started making it for neighbors and friends and
I'm literally awestruck.
I
this
know,
is amazing.
because it just seems like so much work. I mean, my daughter does
is
make
a lot
it
of
too
work.
on
It
the
is a
side.
lot of work.
Yeah, she does. She's like, I got to do it, and then feed it, and then do it,
and like
then
there's
turn
so
it.
much on Instagram and there's so many different methods in creating sourdough, and they say it's not like a recipe, it's like a process.
Yeah.
And everybody's is different. And so one recipe works for you and somebody else does a completely different thing and it works for them. So it's just kind of a fun thing, and we've experimented a lot with different add-ins, but
I was
basically
just going to ask, like, you think sourdough, just sourdough, but then you said, hey,
What
each of
flavors do you want?
I'm going to bring a loaf, and you gave me all these different flavors. Like, how do you just start thinking, let's add this and that?
I think the first one we did was the jalapeno cheddar, mostly because my husband wanted to try that one. And people love it. It's one of the more popular ones. A lot of the guys like the jalapeno cheddar. It's not my favorite.
And that's
but
what Natasha chose.
Yeah. It's a very, very popular one. The cinnamon swirl is another one that,
Is that what
I
you
do.
got?
That's what I chose.
Yep.
A little something sweet, like a cinnamon
And
roll.
that's where I love the sweet ones that like with like butter in the morning with toast. It's perfect.
But how do you actually sleep ever? I mean, this is a
So-
process in and of itself, and you're also a
especially
teacher.
full time. Yeah, I teach third grade at Riverview, and
And then you have how many kids?
I have 3. So my oldest is going to be a
baseball
freshman.
family. Okay,
So
wow.
he's trying out for the baseball team.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And so and my husband used to coach for the high school, and he's not coaching
Good
anymore.
grief.
So this takes me back to our conversation when I messaged you and said, we want to invite you into
Yeah.
Studio Chatter. And your response was, quite frankly, I don't know how
Yeah.
much I want to grow,
Yeah.
which I love that answer. Anytime
Ditto.
a woman gives me like her boundary, I love that because women have a hard
No,
time
it
doing
is hard.
that.
It's hard to say no to things. Like I've seen it work, and I've seen people message me after I sell them bread, and they're like, "This is the best bread we've ever had," and I'm like, "Really?" Like I'm still humbled by that. And so,
But then, like, how much do I want to do? Do I want to do 20
I can't.
loaves
I'm
a
a
day,
full-time teacher.
right?
I have 3 kids. We're busy. Like we're starting baseball season. We're going to be traveling a lot, and so there is a fine line. And the beautiful thing about sourdough is I can just make some and post about it, and people can pick up my extras. And I have people that just message me, and I probably, on average, only make like 10 to 20 loaves a week. Which is great. That's all
Right.
I need to do to get like my baking itch out of the way, and I love to give people bread.
So what's your process? Is it follow you on Instagram?
Yes, follow me on Instagram, and I usually on Sundays I just post and say, hey, who wants bread this week?
And is that when you say, I'm doing jalapeno this week?
I honestly, it's a make to order. So I'm not to the point where I'm like doing big baking days.
Right.
I mean, I wake up really early. I'm usually up at like 4 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
You're doing this before you go teach
So-
our children?
Yeah. And it's funny because
lot,
a lot
right?
of my students, their moms buy my bread. And
Oh,
so
I
they
bet
come in and
they're
they're like,
dying.
we had your bread for breakfast, Mrs. Chambers. And I
so
love it.
sweet.
It's a lot of fun.
Do you have any regular customers that you just know that you're baking for
Yeah,
them?
I have a few that are like, hey, just put me down every Monday. I want a regular loaf. Or
and that's probably kind of nice for you to just know.
yeah, so I know I just message them like, hey, you still want it this week? And
But you're still okay to be like, hey, I'm not doing this Monday. We're going to be out
yeah.
of town. And
So
then
like
you're
for
not
example, we're going to Las Vegas for my little son, Nolan. He plays on the Players, which I know your grandson plays on.
Yep.
And so we're going to Las Vegas, and I'm like, well, I'm just not going to bake bread.
Right.
Yeah.
My starter can have a break, and I can have a break and refresh. And our summers are super busy. We camp a lot because my husband's also a teacher, so we get to kind of go to baseball tournaments and have fun. So I can kind of pause it and be like, we're not doing it this
I
week.
just love this story, and I love that you're just so open about, I'm busy, I'm doing what I can, you're a Spanish Fork local, you're involved in the community, and you're giving back, and it's just like, this is
It's
one
fun.
of those feel-good stories.
So what's the connection here? How did you meet?
So it was at the Utah Moms Favorite Things Expo. Angie was there, Brinley had come in
So
and
Brenly,
talked.
I teach Brenly's daughter this year, and we've her nephews have been on the same team as my boys, and so we've been friends. And she saw a post I'd made about I think I made like 12 loaves one morning, and she's like, Bethany, you need to do this. Like, come and be at my expo. And I'm like, I don't know. This sounds a little crazy.
And I was at the expo, but I was over
Yeah.
on the far corner. And so my little sister said, I'm going to go take a break and go shop around. She goes shops around, comes back with several loaves.
I
By
sold
the
out
time-
that day.
You did.
Yeah.
By the time I went back, I'm like, they're gone.
Well, I came home with a loaf, and I love, because now I'm an empty nester, so it's just my husband and I. So when I get a loaf, like,
Did you freeze it?
Yes, so she said freeze it. So what I do, for all of you out there
Yeah.
who are empty nesters, I cut it in half and we eat half of it then, and then I wrap it up good and I freeze it. And then I love that you said, like, defrost it, and then run it underwater.
Really?
The whole loaf.
You just dunk the whole thing.
She's like, just
underwater.
dunk it in and then
Yeah.
put it in the oven for a couple minutes. It warms it up. You pull it out. You're good to go.
It's like
It scares me so
Is
much.
it a sourdough thing that you've learned? Or
I just saw it on Instagram and I tried it
Okay.
and it works. And
Probably
so
the crust or something
it just
doesn't
crisps up the
collapse.
crust and you don't want it to dry out because nobody likes dry sourdough.
It worked out great, and I
And
love
so-
that I can freeze it because these are big loaves.
They are big loaves. And so every batch I make makes 2 loaves. So a lot of times when I post, I'm like, oh, I have an extra of this one. It's because somebody ordered one and there's an
gotcha.
extra loaf.
Do you
So-
have multiple ovens, or you just
I
baking
do
as you
all
go?
4 in my one. I put them in Dutch ovens. So there's 4 Dutch ovens in my regular
That's
size
crazy to
oven.
me, right?
So I cook 4 at a time, and I usually, while they're cooking, I make the next batch, and it sits throughout the day and rises, and then I put it in the fridge, and it's ready to bake
Okay,
the
so
next
Bethany,
day.
can we dive in?
Yes, take some.
I know.
It's like my
I
favorite
almost
thing.
Did, while we were
I know,
talking.
I'm like-
have.
I've got to have a jalapeno one.
That's what I'm wanting because
So yeah, because you're taking home you want to try the one that you're not taking
So
home.
I
Right?
got the strawberry.
So this has freeze-dried strawberries
home.
and white chocolate, and I'm normally not a white chocolate fan,
Oh
but
my gosh, this is like.
it's kind of my sourdough's chewy. It's on the chewier side.
But this is like hearty, just the weight of it.
It
It's
is.
great with
Hey
eggs.
Pete, do you want to come and get a piece of bread?
So
Well, I
can't
think
even
that you
talk
should
now.
be scared. I think you should be scared of your business growing
It's
beyond
so good.
your
it's yummy.
expectations.
And the jalapeno has a little bit of spice, but
it's
it's
so
great
good.
with cream cheese or just butter
I was
or
going to say
eggs
you
on
can
it.
make a little pizza
grilled
on it.
cheese.
That has a kick.
It has some of the yeah.
My husband would love this, but my mouth is a little bit hot.
Oh.
Is yours?
It's delicious, but I love that. I love everything about
this
it.
So
is
if you put
so
cream
good.
cheese on it, it kind of takes away a
This
little
is
bit of
so
that.
good.
This is probably something I want to share, but I would also hide because I want it. But there's enough to go around.
It's the
right?
best too. It's with the savory ones to do like a dip, like a veggie
yeah,
dip,
like a spinach
the
dip or
spinach
something.
dip. I do a really yummy rosemary garlic, and you do.
I thought about that
Sherilyn
one too.
Woodhouse actually buys that one a lot.
And what one is that?
The rosemary garlic, and they use olive oil and balsamic vinegar and dip it.
Okay, so we can find you on Instagram.
Yep. So keep it simple sourdough, and
she'll tell
I just
you
pick
no
up
if
from
she
my
can't
house.
take care of you.
Exactly.
And about how much
love
are they a
that.
loaf?
Oh, so the specialty loaves are $12 and the regular loaves are $10.
That's crazy to me.
Best of luck, and thanks
You're
for
very
coming
talented.
in.
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
our
for
loaves.
sharing.
Yes, of course, anytime.
If you know anything about natural health care, you know that feet are like the soul of the body. Let's welcome Shelly Thomas from Soul Reflexology Spa, that's a mouthful, to the table.
Well, a nice joke in there, Natasha.
Yeah.
Or is that Pete?
Dad
joke?
leave it on Pete, right? Right.
Jokes.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me this evening. I really appreciate it.
This is exciting. So tell us a little bit about you, and then what is Soul?
Perfect. Guys, I am from Mapleton, born and raised, lived here my whole life. 5 amazing children that are the love of my life. My husband is the best person ever to put up with me. About a year ago exactly, I woke up and I said, babe, I think I'm gonna open a spa. And he's like, okay, well, you know, we're a little bit older in life. This isn't where we need to go. And I'm like, just trust me on this. Well, we've been open for 6 months. We just hit our 6-month mark already. And
my
so
gosh.
it's going
Congratulations.
amazing. A little bit about myself. I worked in mental health for the last 20 years. Huge believer in self-care. And I've been a massage therapist for over 15 now. And I really believed that the mental health and the self-care goes hand in hand together. And so I wanted to create something beautiful and magical where people could come that was affordable, that they could get the self-care. And that's really what Soul is about. And so when I was having this dream and pulling everyone into this craziness of mine, I decided I wanted to do 5 specific treatments that could actually help benefit people.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what we have been based on. So we do have our soul reflexology that we do that is based off of working those zones through the feet. Our 5 treatments that we have mental health treatment, which is probably one of my very favorite. We have back and joint. we have a digestion, we have a migraine and headache, and we have an overall wellness. And so when you come in, you can choose any one of those treatments. And along with those treatments, we actually have our essential oils that are blended specifically for those needs of each of the treatments. So it's very beautiful, it's very luxurious. I worked in spas in Deer Valley, and I wanted to create an affordable but 5-star feel, and I feel like that is what we have. I have 23 therapists who work for us currently, 3 of them being licensed massage therapists, so we do offer full body massages also.
Oh, you do? So you're right here in Spanish Fork.
We are right here in
We are
Spanish
so
Fork.
lucky.
Tell us where.
Yes.
We are right on the corner, kind of by Arctic Circle, the Dollar Tree right across
Right over there.
Right over there. On 57 East, 1000 North, right there. on
And
the
is this your
corner.
only location?
This is the only location so far.
So far.
So far, I love that.
We
Yes.
are
Okay.
opening 2 other locations.
Oh,
you are?
So stay tuned for where those are at.
Oh
We're
my
really
goodness.
excited
Wow.
to announce that to everybody.
I
So-
have.
Yeah, what separates you from, I feel like we have so many spas. What separates you? Is it the reflexology? Is that the missing component?
Such a great question, and I love that question. I think with the spa, because I wanted it to open one for 15 years, I just didn't know what I wanted to do, because you're right, there's a ton of spas out there. I've worked for a ton of beautiful spas out there, but I think the reflexology really sets us apart, and I really believe that people are looking for different ways to heal themselves and to feel different about themselves, instead of just taking, let's run to the doctor. I think the doctor is great, but let's find a way that we can kind of, a different avenue
Yes.
is what it is. And we do have another treatment, so you have to follow us on Instagram or Facebook to find out. I am not telling it. We will be announcing it the 1st of March, another treatment that we will be bringing into the spa that's going to be fabulous.
Oh, wow.
I have some questions.
Kate, ask away.
So first, what does reflexology mean? Second, is this just all, you're just working on our feet?
Okay, great questions. Reflexology is definitely working the zones through your feet. So when you come in, you will get how our therapists come out and say, we're going to work on you today. Let's say you chose the mental health, and we are going to do the mental health on you. We are going to do a head, neck, and scalp massage. We'll work your hands from your elbows down to your fingertips, and then we will work that mental health through your zones through your feet. We also, every treatment has hot stones and has warm towels, and it truly is not only beneficial, but it is beautiful and magical.
So I'm sitting the whole time.
In an incredible
Lovely
gravity chair that takes you back, and it takes you back almost
eye
into a
mask?
different realm. Our eye masks are super special. I actually brought those to the table ourselves. They are fresh cucumber mask that is done with every treatment, so it helps with that puffiness, awakeness, and very refreshing.
And how long is this service?
So you can choose. We have 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and a 90 minute.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I know.
Of course you want 90, right?
I tell everybody, get the 90. It's definitely worth it.
And can you just focus on one avenue per session?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We do offer, I have 7 full foot zoners who are specialized in foot zoning, who have over 15 years of experience, that can offer a full foot zone. And a full foot zone is something where they will actually take all of the zones, which there are hundreds of zones, and zone your whole entire foot to balance out your whole body. They will meet with you personally afterwards to let you know what they felt, the energy that they moved through you, and it's incredible.
Okay. I was wondering about that. Like, is it more of a quiet experience, or are you talking with them the whole time?
It definitely is quiet. So you will get to talk to them before the treatment, then they will walk out with you after the treatment, and then they will give you all the
My
information.
husband would love that because he says I never shut up. So when we try to go to like a couple's treatment or something together, he's like, "Shh, you can be
Let
quiet.
us
and
enjoy
watch
this
it."
space.
So speaking of that, it is the month of love. So are there
Yes, it
any promotions going on, maybe specifically for couples or ways to couple, us together?
Love it.
Okay.
We are going to do it. We will be starting it tomorrow, so we will post it on our social media tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to offer a couples, so you can bring a friend or you can bring a significant other or whoever. Typically, a couples massage for 2 of you is $130. We're offering it for $120. So you can come and get your gift cards tomorrow. If you want to keep giving the gift that just keeps on giving, we do have memberships.
Oh, perfect.
And so
Okay.
we have a 30-minute membership, a 60-minute membership, and a 90-minute membership, along with our full foot zone. You can get all the information from our website, soulreflexologyspa.com. It will give you all the information, but it's a year membership that they can use monthly. Oh. So if you really love your spouse or somebody, do the full membership. It's amazing.
Oh, how fun. Congratulations to
Thank you so much.
have this dream and follow it. That's so inspirational.
Right? And I feel like at mid-age, okay, not older, but mid-age, sometimes we're like, our dreams are done, right? We're done dreaming or doing or whatever, and you're just inspired me, like, no, we start. If that's what I want to do, then that's what we do.
Well, you're
I
6 months
appreciate that.
in and you're already looking at 2 other locations, or building 2 other locations
Yes.
rather. So that's amazing.
It is amazing, and I will tell you, I appreciate that so much because I am a huge believer you're never too old for anything. If you have a dream, set your heart and follow it, and that is what we did with Soul, and it has truly, it's better than I could have ever even hoped for or ever even imagined.
And can people request you? Are
So
you
I
in the
do,
nitty-gritty?
you know what, I do. I only do 2 days a week, and I do offer the full body massage, and I will pick up for my therapist if they need me to fill in for them, but yes, they can.
So you do full body too?
Yes.
I miss that. Yes. Okay.
Absolutely,
Lots of
it's
yeses
beautiful,
there.
yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well,
And
I
then
wanna-
stay tuned for the special new thing that's coming because
Okay.
it's
We
going to
will.
be exciting. The 1st of March.
I really had intentions to visit the spa before we even aired or had this episode because you're hard to track down.
I'm busy. It's been busy. It's been an amazing journey.
Maybe we have a girls' night and maybe we'll go on a little field trip.
But
and
Natasha, we can't talk while we're there.
I know, okay.
This is the thing is you really won't want to.
well,
I
I'll just
promise
go
you, you
and
really
then
won't.
we'll go to lunch later.
There you
and then
go.
we can talk
There you
about
go.
it.
Talk at lunch.
Congratulations and
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Oh, you guys, thanks for
educating
having
us.
me. I really appreciate
love
it.
this
Love it.
idea.
Please
Thank
come.
you, Shelley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spanish Fork may have a lot of car washes or chicken restaurants, but did you know that we now have a cake shop? And it's nothing but bundt cakes, and that's kind of its name. Let's welcome Kelly Clayton and his daughter Kelsey Clayton from Nothing Bundt Cakes to the conversation.
Welcome into our studio.
Thanks for having us.
It's so neat to be here. We really appreciate the invitation
Yeah.
and look forward to a little chatter.
Well, you guys
Awesome.
are brand spanking new. You opened like just days before Christmas, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep. We just had our grand opening this past weekend, though, so we're full-fledged open and just ready to keep sharing the joy with everyone in the community.
Well, I know a little bit about your history, but tell us like what brought you to this decision to franchise and open up something in Spanish Fork.
Well, originally it started many years ago. My brother brought Nothing Bundt Cakes up from Vegas to our home in St. George for Thanksgiving. When he told me that he was bringing a bundt cake, I'm like, what, are you out of your mind? This is Thanksgiving.
grandma
Come on. It's not pie. But he said, trust me. He brought it up, and I was stunned at how good it was. And from that point forward, I was like, how do we do this? How do we get into it? We tried in 2013, and they said St. George wasn't ready. So in 2018, they shot me an email, and just a random email, and I called them and I said, hey, would you relook at St. George? And they did, and they said, oh yeah, it's ready. And so we went through their process, went through the training, lived in Dallas for a month, my wife and I, for the training. Yeah, at a training bakery. It's a live bakery, but it's also training.
Okay.
And then in 2019 we opened, November of 2019 we opened our St. George Bakery. And the whole time we really were wanting, once we got going, we loved it. We loved the bakery. My wife and my daughters really have ran the bakery. They kicked me out, said, go back to your other job. My idea, but they booted me. And so they ran it, and they've done a beautiful job. And after about the second year, we were like, we've got to do another one. We just love this. And this came open. And my wife and I are from Midvale and Sandy before I joined the Air Force. And we were thrilled about coming back this way. So,
Wow, I love that.
So Kelsey, were you as excited as Dad to do this?
Absolutely. So my background, I was actually working in healthcare, and it wasn't at all what I intended. But the opportunity came along, and I had my business degree, and I said, hey, I will join you. I'll leave my job, I'll join you guys, and I can be the business side of this. And my mom really runs the internal bakery operations.
Okay.
And now we have my dad full time, which has been fantastic.
And back in. I worked my way back in.
Congratulations.
So it's been a great pairing, and it gave me the opportunity to also become a mom while I was still working in the bakery. So a huge blessing in that regard.
So did you move up from St. George as well?
We are both living in Spanish Fork part-time, actually in Payson. But we go back and forth.
So tell us, like, what's the day-to-day, and like, how do you guys decide what's coming in and what's being sold for the month? Do you guys get to choose?
Actually, so I'll let Kelsey talk about those things, but one of the things I get asked all the time, do you guys actually do the baking and the frosting and everything on site?
Yes.
The answer is absolutely we do.
Everything
It's all
is
done there.
fresh in our bakery, which is amazing. Yes, it is a franchise. So in terms of the flavor selection and things, those do come to us, but we make it all in-house.
Okay.
And it is fresh, it is delicious. My sister actually is our head baker over both locations. And when she first started, she had never baked before in her life.
That would be me.
Sign me up. So she went through the full training, and after now 5 or 6 years, she truly has mastered the art and has been able to teach that. But yet we do it all in-house. What we brought for you guys today is a couple options of our cakes. So these are our smallest. Zoom in on those.
And what are those called?
These are called buntinis.
Ooh, I love it.
And these are our top 4 most popular flavors. So you have chocolate chip, lemon, red velvet, and white chocolate raspberry. And of course, it's Valentine's. So right here we have our Valentine cake. This is an 8-inch. We also have a 10-inch that serves up to 18. But we have a beautiful rose and a happy Valentine's flag. So if you're looking for the perfect Valentine's gift, I promise you cannot go wrong with the selection.
Okay.
And then the last thing that we brought for you guys is our buntless. This is our individual size offering. If you just want that treat to come in and get something.
Okay.
Share it with your significant other,
Yes,
maybe.
this
We have to share.
No, you don't.
You don't have to. No, that's why we call it individual.
Like 3 for each one for each group. But this right here, I'm gonna bring that into the camera. Okay, so this is our pop-up flavor right now for Valentine's, and it is chocolate covered strawberry. So Ghirardelli chocolate on top there. It's hard, just like you would see with a chocolate covered strawberry. This came out today. We only have it for 2 weeks or until we sell out. And I can tell you already all over social media, it's going crazy. People are loving it. So come by and try the chocolate covered strawberry for sure.
You made me want to buy it. My mouth is watering.
But I have a question. Let's say I want to get it now. How do these freeze?
I mean, that's a great question. We always suggest you eat them fresh.
Okay.
Our cakes are good in the fridge for up to 5 days.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Which is
okay.
awesome. So
Yes.
you never, even if you get the bigger one, because I promise you in a few days you're going to want to finish it. But they can be frozen, but we recommend, fresh is the best.
Okay, that's good to know.
So what about pre-ordering for Valentine's Day or pre-ordering for
Absolutely.
birthday cakes, or the best way to approach that?
Pre-ordering is great, but
Okay.
the beautiful thing about the way we do it, because we're baking so often and so many cakes, is that if you came in today and said, I would like X cake, we have it available for you.
I love that, and I love you guys have toppings, because we did this for our work last year for birthdays, and like they would come with like a little birthday hat on them,
Yes.
and like
Wrapped up
different
in
decor.
cellophane.
It was
It's your
really
full
cute.
cake. It's your
It was.
centerpiece for every holiday. I mean, dessert and centerpiece in one, like you can't go wrong with
Yeah,
that.
and they're so dense but moist.
Moist,
But your
very.
frosting is what kills me, because normally I don't like frosting, and it's perfect.
I'm the cake and on frosting person.
I know back at one of our chamber events, maybe October, November, before you opened, you brought these little mini ones.
I did.
And everyone was dying over it, because it's really just like the perfect size for just one person. It wasn't too much. It was right after lunch. I love that. So can you buy the minis alone, or just in a set?
They come by the dozen.
Okay. So there's a dozen. So
Yes, there's a
perfect.
dozen, which is nice. You can either have the standard, which these are ready to go, or our featured flavor that has the featured flavor of the month that's available, plus some other
okay.
flavors. Or you can customize it too. If you
Yeah.
wanted one of everything, or a couple of these, a couple of that, we do
right.
that. The other nice thing, we've had many times where companies have ordered or fallen short on ordering on time or something like that, and they've got who can
cake
help
orders
us,
fall
right?
through,
Their order falls through. Because we make them, a lot of them, we're able to take care of a company within a few hours.
No, and they even
problem.
hand delivered to us too. So
Right.
We are
I just
full
feel
service,
like
so
you
we
guys-
will deliver. We will. We do fundraising. We have your gifting. So a lot of people don't know. Like we're
this is
famous for our
darling.
cakes, but you come into our boutique, our Buntique,
Buntique.
and we have a selection like these plates and anything to make your cake be your full gift as well. Baby shower, birthdays, Mother's Day, you name it, we can take care of it with a
I
one-stop
am
shop.
loving this. I'm so happy.
Well,
guys are
I'm
here.
sure that you get the joke all the time too about my big fat Greek wedding.
Yes, all the
It's a
time.
bundt.
Yes,
It's a
it's a
bundt
bundt.
cake.
And we
You
put a
the-
flower in
you
it,
put the
so it's
flower
ready
in the
to
middle.
go.
Yes, I love it so much.
Should
Well,
we taste one? Do you guys want to have a
Oh,
taste?
We
yeah.
can taste
Oh,
one,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And while we are filling our mouths, we will say thank you for being here in the community. And
Yeah, well,
I'm
thank
gonna
you for
pick. I'm gonna
having
pick
us.
lemon.
While you're picking one, I wanted to talk about our
maybe.
support for the
Thank you.
community, since you mentioned the
Okay.
community. We are very active in supporting the community, and the charity that we've chosen is the
Tabitha's Way.
Tabitha's Way. In fact, on our grand opening the other day, one of the days of our grand opening, we donated 20% of all of our sales to Tabitha's Way. And throughout the year, we'll also be associating with them to support them and provide other opportunities to support them and financially assist them. All Nothing Bundt Cake franchises do select a charity to support and be associated with. And so that's the one we've chosen, and we're excited about
That's a
that.
good one.
Love that.
Thanks
Thank
again
you.
for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you
Red
for
velvet,
letting us.
lemon, white chocolate, raspberry for me.
Oh, they're all so good.
Okay.
Let's go.
Today was a tasty kind of a day. What did you learn?
Jeez, we learned that people are generous.
Very generous. Yes.
It was truly the love month, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Today, we
Yeah.
got showered with love.
Well, I'll share the gift card that we were all given from Soul Reflexology.
So
Each
kind.
one of us got
Thank you,
one,
Shelly.
and I will use it. I've
I
done
will
foot
too.
zoning before. This is going to be so cool to choose one of the 5 elements and do it.
Well, and they're having so much success. Like in their first 6 months, already expanding to 2 more locations and something else that's going to be added to their menu. So
That is
just
so
always
exciting.
makes me wonder. That's why I asked her, like, what makes you different? Like, what is a connection? But usually I feel like connecting with people, giving them something for a good price. And I think her pricing is really amazing.
Maybe we can
Makes it
all try
doable.
and go in February, and then in March kind of report back like how our experience was on
well,
the
I
show.
think that we could, have Galentines of our own. Maybe
That's
we all
very
go
true.
together.
Just being silent and then come out.
Yes.
go to
Why do
lunch.
you keep silencing me? She wants me to be quiet.
Me and Stacy want to go in and zen.
Well, we can zen. I know how to zen.
Okay, okay.
Just give me some cake,
we
right?
can go together.
I know, and Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Oh,
That was tasty. Those are always so good.
I love the mini ideas. Just for a little shower, a 12-pack for.
It's like a cupcake, but an elevated cupcake, right?
Yes, and sometimes even cupcakes can be too much. And
Too much.
they're just
They are perfect.
petite.
This
I
one's
like-
fun to share
I
with our friends,
actually-
like halvesy or quarters
Yeah.
or something.
Yes, and I like the kind of the lighter on the frosting, so you're not eating a big heavy fondant
Oh,
with a
right,
traditional
right.
cake. So
Yeah,
I
the
kind
frosting
of
is
just love
just
them.
tasty.
Perfect.
I
Like
wish them
cream
so much
cheesy.
success here in Spanish Fork. I hope it just booms.
We need
Yes.
something like that. I feel like we have a bunch of cookies and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. We don't have anything like that.
Right,
Yeah.
true.
And moving
Okay, well, I
on.
love
Oh,
this.
okay.
Shine, my little sisters worked with Darcy and they've known each other for years and years. And Jenny's just always commented about what a genuine person she is.
Uh-huh.
and so kind and giving back to the community. And she really was. It was so fun to connect with her. And she gifted us with multiple little lip glosses, and then the one we tried on, which go.
And Angie, yours is still on, and it
Is
looks
it?
so good with your sweater.
I should wear it
I think you're
tomorrow.
It's lip month, and the thing that I love about them that sets them apart from any other place that you could probably buy, just traditional lipstick, is that they're empowering women, and they're thinking through the whole
That's true.
process, like the names, even any of the colors that you're picking. It's empowering women, and it's a women-owned business, and I think it's just amazing.
Yeah, I do love that.
Yeah, thanks.
The
thanks
reason
for, you
behind
brought
the
them in,
whole-
right? You brought in
I did.
Shine and you brought in Soul Reflexology. So both great choices. That was fun.
And
And
Stace,
one more-
you
one more
killed it. You
powerful
knocked it out
woman.
of the
Oh,
park with that one
Wasn't
too.
that fun?
So fun.
And delicious. So delicious.
And I loved like what you had asked her about how big do you want to go, and she's like, wait, I don't know if I want to come on like to promote myself, but she's a story, right?
It
and
is
for
such a
this
good
moment,
story.
it's so great for her.
And that's what I told her. I said, I would love to talk about that story because, let's say in business, I'm in sales, and you're a sales manager or at work, okay, go bigger, sell more, do more. And I'm like,
Well, it's always about the target, right? And your
Yeah.
pipeline. What's in your pipeline? And
Right.
how are you
what if you're
gonna
like,
grow?
I'm content to just
Right, I'm
be.
good.
And I think we live in a day and age where, no, just let's strive to do this. And then what's next? What if what's next is really...
Well,
Just
and
this.
I love
Like,
those
I
stories.
don't know.
Yeah.
I just enjoy it. And I'll bake 20 loaves, and that's good for me.
Yeah.
Well, always talking about the side hustles, and sometimes the side hustles get bigger. So
They
That's
do.
very true. Very true.
we'll see what will.
Well,
happens,
Have
right?
a wonderful Valentine's.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yep.
Month of love.
The month of love.
My
Love
anniversary.
people a little bit
Yeah,
more.
on Valentine's.
On Valentine's.
And Barrett's birthday this month.
Also this month, yes. So we do the back-to-back, so we will not be together for Valentine's Day. Maybe in the future. And
Okay.
we'll be on the road with both children at separate events.
places.
Yep.
Oh.
I got
On
a couple,
Valentine's
too.
weekend, they're doing things?
Well, yes.
Oh, lucky you. Lucky you.
Right.
Go to the spa.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will do that.
Well, happy Valentine's, friends
Thank you.
and viewers.
Thanks for being here with us. We hope you've enjoyed the conversation. If you've learned something new, please tell a friend about us.